Alright guys, welcome back. We should be starting any second now into the next match. Again, this is the round of 128. We have OWKings. They're going to be taking on the team of, Nordic Rangers is their name. And let me double check and make sure that's correct on the overlay as we're just waiting on both teams to confirm. And it is not correct for right now, so we will go ahead and swap this as Team 2 will be OWKings, Team 1 will be Nordic Rangers, which means that most likely, again, it should be OWKings attacking first. They're being the better team in most of these cases. Most of the bracket, it's early on in the bracket, right? So again, like, I don't at all want this to sound like, oh, no team has a chance of beating OWKings. Like, of course, any team along the way could take them out, okay? But they're a team to beat. They're top 4 or top 5, whatever you want to evaluate them at. So they need to come out. They need to dominate each one of these games. So if they can start on offense and they can make a really strong time and push forward early on, then it does help them a lot on their defense, and it makes them so they're less tired, right? That's what, like, one thing, there are like two ways to think about this, right? So I guess since we have some downtime, as a competitor, right, you can either, if you're the better team, you really want to get through your matches quickly, efficiently, low stress, and without any risk. Because the faster you get through your matches, the more downtime you have to rest, watch your opponents, study up on gameplay, or just be mentally ready, right, to be the better team. If you're constantly taking long to win your matches, you're playing all the way to 10 minutes on both sides, you know, by the time you're into the round of 16 or round of 32, it's exhausting. It gets so exhausting as a competitor. I mean, I play Dota primarily when it comes to, like, my actual competitive experience against, you know, some of the top teams or players in the world, whatever. And those games are, yeah, they're an hour long. But Overwatch is an incredibly engaging game when you have to play it. So don't be surprised that, you know, again, I would not be surprised to see OWKings, if they have a preference, always going for the offense earlier on in the day. That being said, guys, we got a team to introduce. We got a game to watch. We got Ramel going to be picking up a McCree. He's switching back. We're going to ignore him. We have E0 going to be on that Lucio for the defense. Fisker on another McCree. Probably, maybe the only one. We'll see what Ramil is going to go to that Roadhog. So, yeah, that will be the only McCree for the defense. We have Kongen going to be picking up the Reinhardt. That leaves a Libra on a defensive Mercy. And, of course, Twiz on that defensive, not Roadhog, Junkrat. So, while I introduce the offense real quick, and then I'll explain what I was going to think, we have Additonian on the defensive, offensive support, Mercy. Mitchar picking up the other one is the Lucio. We have Esif going to be picking up his Widowmaker again. Olba on the McCree. Rib going to be picking up his Roadhog, and that leaves Tweety on the Reinhardt. So what I want to say real quick, and we'll go ahead and stay on Twiz as we're going out. This map and Hollywood, and honestly even just Kings Row, most of the maps are really good for. I don't know how to, I should just go ahead and close out of this. Okay, guys, we'll just go ahead and get into the match before I try to explain what I was getting at. Sorry, my brain is a little tired from yesterday, as we do have the left clicks going out. Good harassment spam, but they already have lost 2 on the side of the defense. Make it 3. Asif is just going off right now. Going to take out Kongen, and it looks like with Rib getting another kill, Olba pushing in, getting multiple. Will they be able to clean this up completely? And it looks like it is now. The Junkrat does go down. So that, guys, is going to be a pretty important set of kills there. If there's any issues with the stream, guys, please let me know. For some reason, I'm getting a red kilobit per second feed on OBS, but it seems to be fine as far as the actual bit rate, as we are going to have a flashbang into fan on Libra, and that's not good. If you're if you are on a fan of Nordic Rangers, definitely be giving them some support right now, guys. This is a disgusting amount of pressure coming out from the side of OWKings, and Olba going to be getting another kill. Olba going to be jumping and going for the flash. Gets the left click before the charge goes out. And will he be able to outduel the Widow? Will he be able to outduel the Widow? No, don't come into this fight, SF. SF! Why? You guys, like, let them. It's a tournament. Obviously, he's going to help. But, you know, it would have been pretty funny to watch him play that out solo. So, yeah, guys, I don't know what's going on. I'm getting a really weird kilobit. I'm getting, like, double to triple the kilobits that I have normally set up, and sometimes it's dropping down to about 2,000. If the stream is good for you guys, then the recording is going fine, and I'm not going to worry about it past that. Van the Hammer going out from Olba, but the hook, Rib getting a decent one, but Ramil actually, well, I believe he hooked in the Reinhardt, and then they went ahead and hooked back in Ramil. He goes down, only one down on the side of the defense. Ratatonian, or sorry, that Libra still sitting on a resurrection. We have a Earth Shatter from Reinhardt. Ramil going to be having that hold hog, and he's, as we actually have 2 whole hogs, 2 resurrections, and 1. Oh, there we go. Whole hog coming out from the side of the offense, pushing back. But that Earth Shatter, good plays coming out of Kongan. At his last dying breath, he gets it off, and there's a resurrection coming out. We're going to go ahead and follow on to Kongan as he's trying to do what he can, trying to hold on for his team. Fisker picks up RYB. Kongan charging in, trying to set up Adatonian. Does get the resurrection off before he goes down. Widowmaker is going to get away, using that grapple to run away while he's being chased down. And Esif is actually just going to jump back down and help finish that off. And Adatonian dead, going down. Multiple still alive, though, for the side of the offense. And that's going to be a Twiz going down to Olba and that Deadeye. They're pushing into the cart, guys. They're pushing on to the final point. We're going to have a match time any second now, as that hook just unfortunately misses. And that's going to be the offense from OWKings. And again, guys, like I said, if you are a fan of Nordic Rangers, they're going to need your love. They're going to need your kappas. They're going to need you to raise the dongers in the chat. But that being said, if you're a fan of OWKings, you're going to be happy. That's what you want to see. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know what to... I'm sorry, guys. I have nothing going on in the background right now. I have everything as cleaned up as it can be. The only things that I have open are the brackets and the stream, so I can make sure that I am staying up to you guys. And obviously, I have OBS open now, and so Spotify. Anyways, official time to beat is 2:44, even faster than the last time. If you're a fan of Nordic Rangers, the way that they win this game is by non-stop aggression. They really do need to get out of the gates. They really do need to dominate OWKings. They need to wipe them off the bat, get 3 on the cart, and then they need to push 3 forward and set up a spawn trap by finding an Overwatch King or 2 at their spawn after they've taken the first point. Wipe them, 4 on the defense remains. Then they maybe get it to the second point. Minute and a half remains. But don't have any illusion, guys. This is not an easy game for Nordic Rangers. But if they can pull it off, this is the kind of game that makes or breaks teams in the long run of the scene. If they were to take this seriously, these are the kind of matches that they will need to win against these kinds of teams, and that's just the honest truth. So, guys, with that being said, once again, I want to say thank you so much to ESL for letting me cast the community cast this GO4 Cup. They are hosting their own English commentators. Caldor is on his stream, and he's doing matches. So once I'm done with this, guys, I'll go ahead and host that and send you guys over there, of course, as they're so gracious to let me cast the games that they're not covering. I really appreciate your viewership and support. I can't say it enough. If you want to check out any of my media down below on the channel, that's all I'm going to say. Definitely give a love to @ESL Overwatch, though. They're the ones hosting the tournament. They're the ones bringing you these games. They're the ones giving these players the opportunities, chance to play. Essel going to be picking up the Bastion, which leaves Olba on a... it's some hero with a gun. It's a pistol, and he might be imbalanced according to most of the community. Let's just leave it there. Tweety picking up on the Torbjorn once again. RYB going to be picking up his flex roll on that Junkrat again. X factor for me, guys. I will beat that horse into the ground. Rib is a X factor for me on their team's performance. Mature going to be picking up that Symmetra, leaving the Mercy to be championed or heroed by Adatonian. Over on the side of the offense, Kongan going to be picking up the Reinhardt Ramil on the Roadhog. That leaves Libra and SE0 on the supports, Mercy and Lucio respectively. Fisker on the I can't believe it's not a McCree again. And, of course, Twiz on this Farah, on the Rain Dancer skin. I believe that's what variation it is. One of my personal favorites as far as Farah skins go. We'll go ahead and follow him out. Farah is a hero that can dominate games if you know how to manipulate the map. Seagull's a good example of this if you want to stream to go to or check out a pro player. Definitely one just off the top of my head. Very good at understanding how to use fluttering, how to use map, how to exploit the power of her verticality. That being said, we're going to switch over to Essel as he's just going off right now with Bastion. Left click spamming. It's taped down right now. Nope, never mind. It's not taped down. He's just going to back up. He's going to unmode. And now while you could just get salty and, you know, Kappa a little bit about the Bastion left click tape down. The big thing about really good top skill Bastion is you'll notice he is moving a lot. He's never staying stagnant. If Bastion is stagnant in a high skill game, the enemy team knows his position. And again, I'm sorry guys, I'm really just a little bit out of it. I'm stopping the stopwatch, or starting the stopwatch about 54 seconds late. So again, add about 54 seconds to the time that's on there. But again, 2:44 is the time to beat. This is just so hard right now. Konga, they're scared almost. Again, I don't know how to say this any other way. I don't want to take any disrespect to them. That as competitors, they should continue to try, but they should not be scared. As a competitor, even when you're playing Cloud9 and you are the worst team in the world as far as brackets and ratings go, you cannot play scared. They need to get up in the faces. They've already wasted a total of 1.5 minutes, and they haven't even gotten anywhere. Olba's going to get a kill. Fisker going down, and this is just not looking good for the offense, guys. Unfortunately, they again, I will harp on it one more time and then move on. As a competitor, it is imperative that you never play afraid, that you always play with vigor, that you play with a need to assert yourself on the map and to dominate the map. So to keep your opponents on the back foot, Resurrection coming out from the side of the offense, going to keep up any attempt at a push here is, again, we'll go ahead and follow out E0 here. Fisker, he's looking for something here. Definitely, but again, without an opening by Ramil, it's just going to be almost impossible for them to get onto this point. They just haven't had any means to get any picks. They've been playing very scared. They've been playing very slow. They haven't used any of the map the best that they can. But that being said, they still have a lot to improve on, a lot to learn. This is OWKings. This is one of the best teams in the world right now, to be frank. There's a Riptire coming around. It's going to go the long way, and it's going to flank around onto this bus. And will he get? Nope, just damages a crap ton of health out of the Roadhog. It does do 600 damage, the Riptire, that is. So unless it's a direct hit at point blank, it won't kill. And there's Olba with the flank, getting that Deadeye, doing a lot. We're going to follow him out as he's going to try to look to close out this game, guys. And that's going to be an impossibility. It's already been 2 minutes and 44 seconds. We'll let the teams play it out. Give this team the respect they deserve for showing up and competing in this tournament. And of course, they should not give up and should continue to play more. I want to say, you know, Nordic Rangers has a lot to improve on. But they, you know, it's their first tournament that I've seen them in. So, unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and fix the title, guys. I should have done that earlier. Sorry, as being the caster and the production, sometimes I forget to do things, and I deeply apologize for that. Olba going to be getting the picture. We'll stay on him as he's going to be going for a meal, looking in the background for another one. Bastion going into tank mode, going to be picking up 1 kill, maybe 2. We'll see. Looking to go on to the Reinhardt, fan the hammer, then into the tank configuration shot. That's going to clean him up. Essel is going to Esif is going to be Esif. If anyone has a phonetic on that in the chat, that'd be awesome. Or I haven't checked chat. Yeah, and unfortunately, guys, yeah, like I said, I will. That gets checked and switched in just a second. But when you play against a team like OWKings 2, something that you can do as a new competitor, for those of you that are newer competitors in the stream and are, you know, wanting to get into Overwatch competitively, playing a team like this is a great opportunity, and learn to emulate what they do. You can see here on the defense, once they know they are the stronger team and they have a definitive advantage in the map, notice how they push out and surround. Now, they don't play super aggressively like you see in Pugs, where teams will push up to that bus that Olba's looking off to the right now as he's tagging up these heroes. Asafik's going to be getting a double kill. We're just going to stay on him for a second. He gets charged, does get taken out by Kungan, is going to get resurrected here. And it's going to help clean that up. 30 seconds remains on the clock, guys, in the game. We'll be coming to a close any minute now, as we do have a tank mode coming out to help clean up the rest of the kills. And that's probably going to be GG's called any minute now. But yeah, so you want to emulate what they do. You notice how they don't push up majorly aggressively, but they do take their time to spread around and create a concave, forcing Nordic Rangers into a convex. And when you're in a convex versus concave, this goes back to StarCraft 2 as the primary game that I would say to really think about this, as Fisker is just going to go down this Bastion doing a lot of work. If you're in a concave, you have more angles of fire, you create a better crossfire, and you have more surface area to do damage. So that's basically the intrinsic logic of it, guys. Again, sorry about that cast. I wanted to switch the titles, and I wanted to get across that, you know, as a new competitive team, it sucks to get beaten down like that. I've been there. Most competitive players have been there. At some point in your career, you just had to play somebody where, for lack of a better way to explain it, you just had to take it. You just had to get beat apart. You had to get shown how to play the game. And that's what OWKings did today. No disrespect at all to the other team. Great showing from them. Thank you for coming out. And I hope they continue to compete and learn more, because that's what this scene needs. Of course, it's still growing. But OWKings, again, a dominating performance. We'll switch the topic of discussion to... You got a legendary. Awesome. But we'll go ahead and switch the topic over to OWKings. They're coming out strong. They're a team to be... They're the bottom half of the bracket right now, guys. There really aren't too many competitors to them to challenge them on the bottom side of the bracket to go up from the semifinals into the finals. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the ESL GO4 Cup, Overwatch Cup #1. You can follow them at ESL Overwatch on Twitter. There's no spaces, just at ESL Overwatch. And please do give them some love for hosting these tournaments, giving these teams a chance to compete and to get the recognition and name and to be cast and, you know, to give them a chance to compete. It's really awesome that they get to do that. So again, guys, give them some love, and thank you so much for enjoying my cast and the viewership. I really appreciate it. If you have any suggestions or feedback for me, please just give me a comment or chat, whatever. I always want to improve. And again, I personally apologize if this cast seems a little lackadaisical or a little unengaged from me. I am a little bit low on sleep, and I'm trying my best, guys, to stay engaged for you, to give you guys the best cast possible. And I apologize if it's not the best cast that I know I can give if I was on full rest. So thank you very much. I'll be kicking it to some music as we figure out the round of 64, guys.